Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's check out Resident Evil Revelations running on Nintendo Switch 2. Ghost Ship Panic. Okay. What? Super weird. We're not playing with the Joy-Con. Now, this game ran, okay on the original Switch, but it ran with an uncapped frame rate, so you typically get over 30 frames, but not 60. So, sometimes they'd hover at, 32 to 35 to 45, just depending. But on the Switch 2, apparently we're able to lock this at 60, which I guess is a benefit of having an unoptimized game, just left with a uncapped frame rate versus some other games which cap the frame rate, but then also cap the ability for the to take advantage of future systems like the Switch 2. I know we used to go on and on about capping the frame rates, but now it's like, why did you cap the frame rate? You could just let the emulation run faster. Funny, huh? I think we'll leave it on English. I think it's what most people are used to, especially since this was originally released on the 3DS. We've played this before, so we want to be able to go through it kind of quickly. I think that's my overall principle now. It's like, unless the game's like really special, then let's try to get through it as fast as we can. Our backlog's not getting any smaller. Yeah, I definitely like Jill's redesign from on the Resident Evil 3 remake. This Jill is okay. At least she's in a swimsuit, I guess, or not a swimsuit, a diving suit. And some scuba gear, so that helps, but I don't know.
Incredible.
I think it's because they had to simplify the model a little bit.
This thing is lucky to be afloat.
Take us around. Let's find a boarding point.
Yeah, I think I played through most of this on the PC. I know I played through Revelations 2 on PC.
It's been 94 minutes since Chris and Jessica dropped off the radar.
But the interpolation from their last known coordinates puts them
Right here on this ship.
Search for Chris. Oh yeah, wow, boy, the motion is really good. It's certainly the best it's ever run on a Nintendo system. Yeah, these games really are pretty good.
I might be able to shoot it off. It's been abandoned for a while.
Yeah, there's still some like built-in delay on the game that unfortunately made its way from the 3DS until all the systems. But it's not a game of like super fast reaction or anything like that, so it's not really that big of a factor. But you do notice it.
Hey,
we're alone with loud neighbors.
There's blood coming from the ducts.
Its arm. I've never seen a mutation like this. You okay, sir? You need assistance? Alright, well. I tried to help.
It's not working.
Ooh, herbs. You rats.
It's shorted out. Ugh, the face is smashed in completely.
I know, that's the thing that we care about. How about all the weird growth?
Jill, take a look at this.
Parker, give me a hand here.
Sure, no problem.
I got something. I think it's a gun.
Now what?
Give me a sec.
Really, Jill? Comes with a hand, too.
So, it's not Chris.
Well, everybody's checking out Jill's ass, apparently. Just a Resident Evil thing. Could you please not do that, sir? Sir? It's a Wendy's, sir.
This explains our missing crew.
This is not good. Where are you, Chris?
That's right, I forget this is set up like a TV show where there are episodes and you know, trailer recaps and things like that. Episode 1, Into the Depths.
This sunny and idyllic Mediterranean coast was the site of one of the world's greatest structures. It took a full 11 years to finish constructing the world's first aquapolis, the floating city of Terragrigia. A sustainable metropolis operating on a massive solar energy matrix and equipped with the latest green technologies. Never before had solar energy been used to supply power to an entire city. But in 2004, Veltro, a terrorist group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack. They not only released a virus, but also several creatures, known as bioorganic weapons, further complicating the situation. This launched one of the worst tragedies the world has ever seen. The FBC, the world's leading counter-bioterror organization operating under the auspices of the US, was called in to direct efforts to contain the attack. The BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO, which operates independently of the interests of any one country, went in as observers to assist the FBC. Realizing the need for immediate and decisive action, Supreme Local Headquarters issued the order to use the city's solar energy matrix on itself. Media outlets around the world began to refer to the incident as the Terragrigia Panic. Following the incident, the FBC announced it has successfully disbanded the terrorist group called Veltro. It is now 2005, and a sense of calm and security is finally returning to the people. But, as you can see, the lost city of Terragrigia remains inaccessible, a silent and potent symbol of the threat that bioterror poses for people around the world.
Ah, there you two are.
O'Brien, you don't normally join the fray.
Well, my doctor told me I need exercise. I assume you both know that the FBC has cordoned off the entire area. However, in the past few weeks, a number of mysterious carcasses have washed up.
I guess the FBC couldn't cover up a mess this big, huh?
Anyone who knows what happened here is gonna put two and two together.
And that's why I've sent the BSAA in to investigate. Did you pick up your new equipment from Quint?
The, Genesis or something. Is that its name?
You didn't bother to read the manual, did you?
No, I brought it with me, just in case.
I hope you read quickly, because you're gonna need it on your mission.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Genesis Manual version 1.0.9. Genesis, the nickname of a high-level bioscanner currently being tested and developed by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. It bounces special synchrotron radiation off of the target in order to analyze it. Viral analysis. It is possible to detect and analyze even the smallest amount of viruses. Vaccine manufacturing. Since version 1.0.4, it has been possible to produce simple vaccines from the viral analysis data. Detection. Using synchrotron radiation, it is possible to detect specific objects. The data for bullets, medicinal herbs, etc. are registered within the internal memory for testing. If a detectable object is nearby, the indicator in the lower right area of the monitor will light up. Let's investigate the corpse. Whoop.
Ah, look at this mess. Oh, they're rotted to hell.
Skin so pale. I've never seen anything like it.
Use the Genesis to get a reading on it.
Oh, whoops.
The Genesis requires a decent sample size to get an accurate reading. Scan the carcasses on the beach and send me your data.
Have a look at this.
I'm getting something from inside it.
Careful now.
Don't worry, I've done this before. I've got something. What is this? If it's an engineered mutation, this could prove a link.
I'll run some tests on this. Continue with the investigation.
Should we just be handling that stuff with our bare hands?
Out there. That's where Terragrigia was. It's been a year already.
It moved!
God only knows what sort of virus we're dealing with. I kind of figured that. Don't worry, we're on it. After Raccoon City, this must be a cakewalk.
I suppose. So why'd you quit the FBC for this outfit?
I wanted to be more involved. I wanted to fight.
I see you two are okay. Continue with the investigation, but proceed with extreme caution.
That smell must have ruptured from gas.
Christ, what a mess.
We need more samples to run an analysis. Give me a few more.
FBC. Looks like somebody already raided the place.
We don't have enough data to run a complete analysis. Gather some more samples from the carcasses on the beach.
It won't open. I think something's jamming it.
I don't pay you to play. I pay you to work.
Getting your analyze rate up to 100% will earn you a health recovery item. The rate you receive will go down if you analyze enemies of the same kind.
I've collected enough samples.
Good. Get them to me ASAP. There you are. Nice work.
No doubt about it. These corpses show signs of viral infection.
And I bet it's no coincidence they came through the FBC's blockade.
Well, we did all we can. Now, we'll wait for the results to come back from HQ. Huh? It's the emergency line. Yeah, it's me.
3 eggs, gallon of milk. Got it.
Yes, that's fine. I'll take it from here. We'll have to speed things up. Starting now. Good. Get to it. Jill, Parker, you two are still on the case.
What happened?
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
When? How?
We're not certain. I've sent their last known coordinates to your terminals.
The signal was lost over the ocean. I thought they were in the mountains chasing Veltro. But judging from their position, they must be...
On a ship. I'll go back to HQ, take charge of the search and rescue. You two will be my eyes out there.
Yes, sir.
Where are you running off to? Didn't tell you to go anywhere. .20 p.m. Queen Zenobia.
Think these things got to Chris and Jessica?
I hope not.
Hey, no one's saying Chris is dead.
All right, then let's find him already.
You hear that? Was that the lock?
I'll check it out.
Okay, I'll see what I can find here.
Copy that. I'll radio you if I pick up Chris's trail. This thing has a lot of similarities to the corpses on the beach.
Looks like a dead end. It says handgun ammo, but it doesn't look like handgun ammo. She'll be fine.
Found a survivor. The BOW's got her, though.
Who was she?
I'm still trying to piece that together.
She doesn't look like one of the crew. She could be from another organization. Picked up crew quarters area key.
Parker, I couldn't find anything out on the woman, but I did find a key.
Copy that. Hold on to it. We just might need it. found Chris. Make your way to my location.
Yeah, I don't know why they made the dead zone so high. Or so large in these conversions. It was even high on the 3DS where the game originated. That spot on the map.
Jill,
Come on, we gotta help Chris. Chris! Chris? What is this?
truth, Miss Valentine.
Episode 1. Oh, only going to be in episode 1? Is episode 1 1? Oh, that's before I had the scanner. Sorry, it was before I had the scanner.
Previously on Resident Evil Revelations.
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
The signal was lost over the ocean.
Queen Zenobia.
Right here on this ship.
No signs of life. But I feel like something's here.
I think it's a gun. This is not good. Where are you, Chris? Chris! What is this?
Oh, great. Shit! It's a trap!
It's time you learned the truth, Miss Valentine.
It's weird. I wonder why they chose this format. It's so unusual. Episode 2, Double Mystery. 6:42 p.m. Mountains in Europe. Well, thankfully Europe's just one place.
Slow down, Chris.
We're almost there, Jessica.
I certainly hope so. My feet are killing me.
Our source indicates the camp is on the far side of this peak.
Maybe it's the weather, but I still can't make contact with HQ. Who'd have thought we'd be stuck out here for so long? The plane! My God, it crashed! There shouldn't be any shipping routes in this area.
And the intel we got on Veltro was on the money. Come on.
Jesus, no one could have lived through that.
Investigate the site. Let me know if you find anything.
It's marked with a biohazard symbol. Always a good sign.
I found some faint traces of a virus here.
Chris, do you really think we're dealing with Veltro again?
Hard to say. I find it difficult to believe they survived Terragrigia, though.
He's fine. Just taking a little nap. He might have been Veltro. I better use the Genesis. Picked up flight plan.
The manifest should give us a lead to work with.
Let's see. They were headed for Valentine Airport.
If that's where they are, this mine should take us there.
I could probably break this with my weapon. I mean, this kind of stuff Chris can just break with his fist. I don't need a weapon for this.
Jessica, I need a hand.
Hold on. This cave is too cold.
You should have worn your thermal underwear.
Hey, did you hear that?
Rude dog.
Infected. Careful, Jessica.
See? This is why I like chihuahuas. Is the plane transporting these things?
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Then Veltro is back from the dead.
Yeah. We have to stop them before anyone gets hurt.
I'll say, kind of a slow motion dog. BOW decoy, a grenade-type sub-weapon. Once it hits the ground, it lets out a unique sound that lures in surrounding enemies and then explodes, taking out everything in the vicinity. Very effective if used correctly. Not so hot if you don't use it correctly.
Was what? Stay focused.
She was your partner before, right?
Yeah, my partner from before. What about it?
I was, you know, just asking.
It does run amazingly well. Like I said, it's so funny, you know, it used to be the goal was to lock your frame rates down. You know, if you can't hit 60, then lock it at 30. Now it's just like, I wish they wouldn't have locked the frame rates, because then they could hit 60. But nope, you lock it at 30, it can never go past that. Unless there's a patch, and, you know, are you going to get a patch sometimes? Not all the time. Not every company's going to pour resources into it, you know. That's why I've been trying to look at Switch 1 titles that aren't made by Nintendo, because, you know, Nintendo has the resources and the motivation to patch all those titles and make them look better. But Capcom doesn't. Not for a game that's selling for, you know, $19.99. You know, maybe there'll be some motivation to make a version of RE2 remake and RE3 remake that run natively, but not to fix the version that they have right now, which is just a cloud version. Huh, I can only shoot so fast.
Can you stand?
Thanks. I'll be okay.
Thanks. Thanks. I need a 70-pound woman to help my 300-pound ass up.
There's no need to compare. I trust you both. Besides, trust is built through actions, not words.
That's so like you, Chris. It's always about the job, isn't it?
I know, it actually runs so well, I don't even think about it. Then I remember that, you know, this game ran at like 32, 43, you know, range in between there. You know, I don't think it can ever hit 60.
Look, is that the airstrip?
That's their hideout.
This is Forkball. Do you read?
Chris here. I read you, sir.
Are you all right? Where are you?
The interference here killed our signals. We're at Valentine Mock Airport.
Damn it. It's all a setup.
What do you mean?
I sent Jill and Parker to the Mediterranean on faulty intel, and now I've lost contact with them. I haven't heard from them since.
How? What's going on?
Chris, you better look at this.
impossible.
O'Brien, you're not gonna like this. We found the Veltro crest.
Then stories of the resurrection are true. If that's the case,
Then the setup that got Jill and Parker. It was all...
yeah, I'd almost guarantee it.
O'Brien, we'll go after Jill and Parker. I hope that's not a problem.
Not at all. Make your way to the Mediterranean, and we'll keep you posted.
Any idea what's going on?
We'll sort it out later. We have to move.
Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Resident Evil Revelations number 1, running on Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, so obviously this runs at a much better frame rate. I said the original ran at the most like 43 or 45 frames per second. It never managed to reach the lofty goals of 60. Although they programmed this so that it would run uncapped. So I think a lot of games at the time would have tried to cap it at 30, but in this case we can take advantage of that because it will run as fast as it can, and the highest level cap is going to be at 60. So here the RE engine is actually doing us a favor by not capping it, which I said I think we will begin to regret the call to lock things at 30 because it's a possibility that many games, Switch 1 games, could run at 60 if given the unlocked nature. But as it is, it definitely plays better. There is still a really large dead zone that's programmed into this game, and it's not just this version. It's all the versions: PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and the PC if you wanted to use a controller. So for whatever reason, they just made it so that you just had an incredibly large dead zone in these games, in the two, in Revelations and Revelations 2, and the only way to really get around it was to buy the PC version and use a mouse and keyboard. So yeah, weird that they have kept it in all this time, not fixed it, but you can still get by, and you can still play it just fine, especially if you enable motion controls, and that sort of makes up for its wonky control. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.